Now we'll log in as a customer into your customer portal. The first thing the customer needs to do to access your Service CEO database is to set up their password for the first time. Here we've sent an email to that customer that will allow them to go into Service CEO for the first time and access their information. Note that it says your Service CEO records. It's because the name of our database in the system is Service CEO. If this was Stephanie's Cleaning, this would say access your Stephanie's Cleaning records. In here, I've got a temporary password. I can also simply click this link here. It will bring me into Service CEO, into Stephanie's customer portal website. Now we've already configured this password. However, your customer would have to set up their password first time they log in. Now we're logged into the customer portal as a customer. You can see here that this lives at stephanie.serviceceo.com. When a customer logs into the customer portal, you can change what different options they have in the settings. This is covered in the customer portal settings video. In here there are 5 main tabs. First, let's overview them and then we'll request a service. First, on the My Account tab, I can see my current balance. It's red, so it's owed to the company from me. I can see my list of contacts as well as my list of locations. I can edit my contact information here. For example, if I want to put in my cell phone number, I can put this in. I can also update my email address, my date of birth, or any of the information you see here. We'll save this. Now we'll come back to my account. Here I can also add in another contact. So if I'm a company, I have a new hire, I can add that contact in. If I get married and I want to add my wife, I can add her on here as well. You do have the option to allow your customers to grant each other portal access. It's been turned on in this, so I could set up a new contact and grant her access to the customer portal. And when I hit save, she will also get an email to log into this customer portal into this account as a separate contact. The system will track who is logged in and who is entering in any request for service. There's your My Account tab. The next tab is Request for Service. This is where you actually put in a request for a new service. You can also see the current status of any old requests you've put in. Here you can see we've requested a cleaning on May 31st and it was now been scheduled. The status is job scheduled. For the location, we can click in here to view the job. Next is the Estimates tab. Here we'll see any estimates that have ever been given to us from this company, as well as any on-site sales calls that have been scheduled. In Jobs, you can see all of your history ever with this company. So for example, a property management company could look up hundreds or thousands of old work orders. This can be searched, you can be looked by date, and of course by the summary as well. Within a job, you can click the job number here to actually see information on the job, the summary, the start date and time, the duration, its current status. You can see any notes you've sent to Service CEO, and you also have the option to send notes and give feedback. So if, for example, this were an open job that was coming up, I could always come in here and send a note to say, please call 5 minutes ahead. I'll be in the basement. This will immediately go to Service CEO. Service CEO's contact person that was set in the Settings tab will receive an email that a note has been sent from your client into the system. You can also give feedback that is directly entered into the system. The feedback form can be customized. This is covered in the feedback training video. However, here we would simply say this is a compliment. This scores from -10 to +10. You can see we've got an example of a custom field here. Just keep in mind you can build as many custom fields as you'd like on this. Feedback, once entered, is attached to both the customer of the job and the employee who did it. From here I can also see the invoice. I could print the invoice for my records or for tax purposes, or I could download it as a PDF here. I can also come over to the Payments tab and see the history of any payments that I've entered. Finally, in the Accounting tab, we can see all of our invoices, and if we owe any balances, we can click Pay Now to actually pay through PayPal. We'll do that just a little bit later as we demonstrate the full life cycle of a service request. For now, let's put in a request for service to clean our carpets this coming Friday. I'll come to request for service, and I've entered new request. I have to give it a summary. Again, the red asterisks are required fields. I can choose who the service contact will be. So if I'm out of town and Stephanie is the person they should be talking to, I can choose her. If I have multiple locations, I can choose which location, and I can choose my desired service date. Here I'll just type in a brief description. And simply hit send. This sends an email to the contact person set in the Customer Portal Settings tab in Service CEO, and has now entered a request for service, which is visible from the main Service CEO database. Now we'll switch over and process that request.